Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends for another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding the third of Angelica's assistants. Yeah, and given the first two, I fully expect this individual to have a no cooldown, no stamina skill that activates the ultimate skills of the other team and gives them an extra turn. Yeah, that would not surprise me a bit. Anyway, this is Sweeperion. And, okay, all his root slots are open, so I guess I'm going to be putting him into my teams. No, I'm actually not. I have heard that he makes the last guy actually look good, which, quite frankly, I cannot even wrap my head around. But anyway, we're going to give him a fair shot. Yes, we are. We're going to give him a fair shot. So let's find a home for him. Yeah, I can't put him near the other two, which is probably a good thing in the end. But we're going to put him into the light. Yes, we are. Okay, his incredible power is to sweep the floor and kick up dust. All right. Okay, at least he left his two teammates alive, so that's probably a good thing. All right, now, where is he? He's in there somewhere, right? Okay, this is Divas. That's as good a name as any, frankly. All right, anyway, he is he's an epic. He's metal and light. He, of course, is an artifact, which means that no status effects, good or bad, will stick to him. All right, let's look at the stats here. Okay, power and speed, a little bit speedier. Life's kind of light there, so I'm guessing it's going to be a little on the fragile side. And, of course, we have the rune slots all open, but let's take a look at some skills here. Hand Pumped deals low physical damage to one enemy. And then we have Hoover Fan. Deals moderate light damage to one enemy. Wow, he's going to be a damage dealer. No, he's not. And his special skill is Professional Sucker. That's actually to anybody who would actually spend gems to get this or rank it up, frankly. All right, let's see. Professional Sucker deals massive light damage to all enemies, removes all negative status effects from all enemies. It's a good thing to lead off with when they don't have any, negative status effects. So, I mean, it does massive light damage. That I can live with that one. As long as it's early in a fight. It's early in a fight, I can live with that one. It does a lot of damage, but then again, you got to remember he is an epic, so you got to filter everything through that. All right. When Angelica was a girl, Captain Copperbeard was her idol. So her first artifact, Sweeperion, was a homage to him. Yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance. Yeah. Sweeperion is a machine she designed to avoid having to spend time cleaning instead of playing around with her tools. Years later, it still keeps it tidy for her. Okay, so, yeah, the first thing you think of when you look at Captain Copperbeard is a vacuum. I'm sure he would truly appreciate that. Okay, so let's start feeding this. I'm guessing it won't be a problem considering it kind of sucks up anything nearby, right? So we'll just lay the food on the ground and let it suck it up, right? All right, let's get to the first evolution first. This is going to be level 4. Okay, there he is. He's a more advanced model, I suppose. He's larger, higher capacity. This is good. Okay, he seems to be good at cleaning the floor. Maybe one of these things is actually good for something. All right, let's continue. And yeah, the first of the skills. I'm sure this is going to be very interesting. All right, level 7. Canister deals moderate metal damage to one enemy, removes positive status effects and all negative status effects from one enemy. I mean, that could be all right. It does damage and removes negative status effects and positive status effects. It really depends on the situation. That one's not horrible. So let's continue to level 10 until we get to the horrible skills. Testing Brush deals very low light damage to one ally. Removes positive status effects from one ally. Okay. What? Okay, see, I could understand if it was removing negative status effects. So you're going to hit one of your own guys and take positive status effects from him. See, I could generally understand if you were taking negative status effects. Do a little bit of damage, take the negative stuff off so he stays alive. Maybe he's got a couple of dots on him or something like that. Or, I mean, like a stun. Or some kind of other control. But, I mean, it takes positive status effects. Why would you ever use that? Oh, okay. Whatever. All right. It's not like we weren't expecting this, right? All right, let's continue to level 15. Pneumatic Carpet Renovator. I am so scared by this one. Removes positive status effects from all allies. Removes all negative status effects from all allies. Okay, it does take away negative status effects. As long as they don't have any positive status effects, it could be all right. I'm going to put that at the front because yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep that, but you never know. That might be his uber skill. All right, so let's go to the final evolution of Sweeperion at level 20. Cyclonic. Removes positive status effects from all allies. Removes all negative status effects from all allies. Applies a negative status effects to all allies. So it very well might give them something worse than it actually took away. I'm having trouble figuring out which one of these is worse. I don't know. I don't know. I am seeing, however, what was meant by he's actually worse. Yeah. Okay, there he is. His final form. Sweeping floors. Just keep him out of combat. All right, level 25. Puffing Billy. Attacker removes positive status effects from and all negative status effects from all enemies. Okay, attacker removes positive status. Didn't we have something like that already? I could have sworn we had, oh, this one here, which actually did damage. Oh, but that was one enemy. Okay, this is multiple enemies. Yeah, I mean, this one is actually a good skill here. I mean, starting skill, Hoover. We should get rid of that. All right, let's continue to level 30. Upholstery Nozzle. Deals low light damage to one ally, removes all negative status effects. See, now that's what I was talking about. Although that really should be very low. Do I still have that one? I don't think that I do. I don't think I would use it anyway because I could just use this one, assuming there's no positive status effects to remove. I just don't see a reason for that. All right, let's continue to level 35. Constellation. Okay, deals heavy metal damage to one enemy. Ooh. Attacker removes positive status effects from one enemy. Can we end it right there, please? Removes all negative status effects from one enemy. Requires cooldown. Couldn't we have just stopped there? Deals heavy metal damage to one enemy. Attacker removes positive status effects from an enemy. Stop! Right there. We don't need the extra feature. Okay, it also is going to remove negative status effects from him. I mean, if you're hitting him for the first time and he's got nothing bad on him, I mean, you know, it's a hit. It's a good hit. Do I want to get rid of that? Removes positive status effects and negative positive effects. It's basically a more advanced version of this, isn't it? They just changed the wording and they added more wording. I'm not really sure why that is. All they had to do is substitute moderate for heavy, and it would have been the same thing. Removes positive status effects from allies. Removes. It's just throw it there. I just, the thing about it is, I know it's a 1-round cooldown and this one's a 0. It's just that I want 2 skills that I can actually use. I'm starting to have a very bad feeling that we may actually have to use these 3 guys in a battle, and that idea is starting to horrify me. All right, let's continue to level 40. Cleaning malfunction. His entire structure is a malfunction. Attacker removes positive status effects and negative status effects from one enemy. Applies a random negative status effect to one enemy. Okay, so it's going to take away everything good and everything bad from an enemy, and then it's going to give him a random status effect. All right, so if he's got no effects on him at all, then this could be useful. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in for this one. Now that I have two that I can go back and forth with, I don't really need this one. If early in a fight, if there's nothing on him, that could be useful. Or if he has only positive stuff on him, that could be useful. That's actually something I don't really say for this guy very much, is it? That might be useful. All right, let's continue. I don't know if we have any more. We might have one or two more. We'll see at level 45. No, absolutely not. I said no, and I meant no. Let's continue to level 50. Crevice Tool deals moderate light damage to one ally. Attacker removes positive status effects from one ally and all negative status effects from one ally. No! 1,000 times no! Why would I even do this? Look, removes positive status effects, removes all negative status effects from all allies. Look, that does all of them, and I'm not hurting anybody. Yeah, 0 cooldown. Why would I ever do this? There's no circumstance under which I would ever do this. No, absolutely not. That's probably it. Yeah, no, we saw that one already. And level 60. No, absolutely not. All right, I'm guessing that we didn't miss anything. Nope, we didn't miss anything. I don't see anything down here. Cyclonic. Nope, absolutely not. All right, so he also sucks. In some ways, he sucks a little less than the other one, and I am using that sucks thing, in an ironic way, since, basically he's a vacuum. All right, so anyway, let's look at his final numbers here. Okay, he does appear to be a little bit speedier than he is powerful. He is a little on the fragile side. Yeah, he's a little on the fragile side. Yeah, I mean, he like the other ones, they're artifacts, so effects are not going to stick to them or anything like that. So that's an interesting thing, at least. All right, let's look at the skills, because let's face it, the vast majority of them just sucked. But I guess we have to go through this. All right, the first skill. By the way, I chose the ones that I thought were the least horrible. Yeah, because some of them are really, really bad. All right, let's look at the first one. Pneumatic Carpet Renovator. Removes positive status effects from all allies. Removes all negative status effects from all allies. So if you don't have any positive things up and your guys have bad stuff on them, the rest of the group could be stunned, because after all, he's an artifact. He won't be stunned. The other ones could be frozen and stunned. He'll take everything negative off. So as long as you don't have any positive status effects like regeneration or shield or something up, or damage buff, there's no downside to this one. It's a little expensive for that, but it's no downside. At least you're not damaging your guys, which most of them actually did, other than this one. Okay, now let's see. Puffing Billy. Okay. Attacker removes positive status effects and all negative status effects from all enemies. All right, so this is basically to remove good stuff from the enemies. If they're dying from dots or something like that, or they're stunned or frozen, you wouldn't use this one, because that would be a really dumb idea. The only time you'd use this is if you saw a shield go up on them, or you saw that they just got encouragement from like General Engvar. You would do that then. That would be a good idea, because as long as you didn't put anything on them that's control, or they're about to die or something like that, then again, this one doesn't really have a downside to it. It'll just take good stuff off. Again, it doesn't have a cooldown. A little on the expensive side, but how long is he going to stay alive? I have a feeling that any group he's in generally isn't going to stay alive too long. All right, then we have Cleaning Malfunction. Attacker removes positive status effects and all negative status effects from one enemy, applies a random negative status effect to an enemy. Now, if the enemy doesn't have any effects at all, then this is just going to apply something negative. Very random, might be something minor, might be something really good, right? It really depends in terms of the effects. It's the same thing we just said. If they have good stuff for them, positive ones, then this is okay to do. If they're about to die or they're being controlled by some negative status effect, this is another skill you just don't want to do. You just don't want to do it because it's just going to do more harm than good. And then finally, we have Constellation. Deals heavy metal damage to one enemy. Attacker removes positive status effects from one enemy, removes all negative status effects from one enemy. I'm not sure why they didn't just merge that. The previous one actually had that all merged together. It's a little strange. Alright, well this is the only real good damaging hit he gets, and it's got a 1-round cooldown. If there's no effects involved on the target, then it's just a good solid metal hit. You know, and it's the same as before. It's going to take all effects off, good and bad. You're just going to have to weigh what you're going to do. This guy, you may just end up having him charge for a turn because whatever he's going to do is going to do more harm than good. I don't know. Basically, I do know he sucks too, and not just for cleaning. But you could see maybe you could at least not do a lot more damage than the previous guy. Previous guy was really bad. Really bad. Really bad. But he's not great either. Yeah, the first one, Sweeperion, he's the only one I could actually see use for because of the removing all damage, 100% damage from the enemies in group attacks, you know? I just don't really see a place for these guys. And as I said, I'm really starting to be concerned that we might have to group all three of them together for some kind of battle. If that happens, oh, that's going to be really hard. Anyway, this is Sweeperion. He sweeps, he cleans, and in battle, he can probably do a lot more harm than good. It really depends. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it, and play games, because games are fun. See ya!